Okay. 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 Ah! Ah! He did it! He did it! The madman! He did it! He is the real one! Realthony Montano here, the internet's busiest music person. And it's time for a review of the new Meridian Brothers record, Los Suicidas. The Meridian Brothers is a Colombian music project masterminded by one Eblis Alvarez, and I've been conscious of their music for a little while now, since their 2012 full-length record, which dropped on Soundway Records. This record, I admired it way more than I enjoyed it. It took a very experimental approach to a lot of different forms of Latin music, specifically Colombian music and CUMBIA, and while it was out there, it was also kind of tedious, redundant too. But I decided to loop in once again and just try out the latest release here, because it's rare that experimental Latin music is given a platform as large as Soundway Records, so, you know, why not? Now, the latest project over here is supposed to be the first record in a trilogy of albums, and from what I'm reading, this record over here and maybe the following records have been inspired by a legendary Colombian organist who allegedly was well known for playing the organ in an ambient style. Although I wouldn't call this record over here all that ambient. It's actually pretty groovy, pretty lively, and the instrumentation is really tangible, which isn't a shortcoming. I'm just saying this isn't music that really falls into the background and plays an ambient role, in my opinion. And then there's the fact that I think that this record is a little more straightforward and, in a way, accessible than the couple previous Meridian Brothers efforts. And the organ does play a really central role in the music. The record is mostly instrumental, which isn't bad because the playing on the record is pretty great, as is the production. I love the warm, upright bass and the layers upon layers of percussion, sometimes clickety-clackety percussion in this record, which has a lot of ambient noise around the drums. Like, you really get a feel for the room the drums are being played in from the recording. And over these bass and drum grooves, the organ sort of slides and skates very gracefully, playfully. It's got a lot of quirks, some interesting timbres to the organ on this record. There's also a bit of sustain on the organ sometimes, so the notes kind of cascade over one another. There are moments where the organ playing kind of comes off cute, like on the song Vertigo, where I feel like I'm listening to a little tiny cumbia robot. Other tracks like Dina Tima have a bit more bite. This track is a rhythmic riot with its metallic twittering percussion and just booming hand drums. The organs turn really saucy, and there are some quirky background vocals that really add to the character of the track in the second half. And of course, there are moments on the record that are undeniably danceable, even tracks that are kind of weird, like DELIRIO, which lives up to its title with these dizzying organs, which kind of sound like, I don't know, they're swooping into the song, or maybe they're kind of like tiny ghosts that are haunting the track. And then there's the fiery cantiendo, where in the background of the track, behind the instrumentation, you can hear these really passionate "Hiya! Hiya! Hiya!" You can tell the band had a lot of fun recording this record, and with the song LAGRIMA and the previous track, the album sort of shows its eerie side. But still, there's a bit of quirk here. It sounds like I'm listening to theme music from a spooky Latin soap opera directed by David Lynch and hosted by Vincent Price. The closing track here is the most experimental in the bunch, with this skittering, really busy rhythm pattern and some organs that don't quite line up. They play off of one another really awkwardly. I can't say it's one of my favorite tracks here, but it's kind of cool to hear the band doing something, you know, a little strange to end the album off. Generally, I thought this record was really good. I don't have any huge complaints about it, other than that it's kind of short, a little unsatisfying in its brevity. The cover art is horrendous, and I do wish some of the tracks on this thing were longer, but maybe with the following records, listening to all of them at once, if they're all sort of in this same short length, and hopefully if they are, they kind of release sooner rather than later, the whole trilogy here will feel like more of a complete experience. And that's about it. I'm feeling a decent to strong 7 on this thing. Definitely check it out if you're looking for some left field Latin music. Transition. Have you given this album a listen? Did you love it? Did you hate it? What would you rate it?
What should I review next? You're the best. Forever.